Hey guys, it's Ebony of RnB Vibes right here on 92Q. And I am with a blue-eyed soul R&B artist that is just beautiful to look at.
They're green.
They're green. They're green. But you know we call it blue-eyed soul.
I know what
That's
you're
we
doing.
call it.
I know.
But Joe Leone, right?
Joe Leone.
What is that last name? Is that Italian?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Okay, so tell me how an Italian, a wonderful man like yourself is into R&B.
Well, I grew up in the church, and gospel music was the next coolest thing I could listen to after hymnals. So I had BET Sundays on every Sunday I could. 102.3 KJLH in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow,
they would play services out of West Angeles on Sundays, and R&B the rest of the weeks. But it was on Sundays we had that gospel going. And so that's where I started, and then as soon as I got into center music, it was all the neo soul.
Yeah, wait, what kind of music?
Center music. Yeah, you know what it is.
Yeah. Well, you're a PK, right? Am I correct?
Absolutely.
So how did that happen? You know, your PK were they okay? Dad okay with you going into the R&B or center music space?
What do you think?
I'll PK myself.
So you know the answer to this question.
It's a question.
That's a loaded question right there. Yeah,
it is.
My pops is cool with it now. They're super proud of me. They always been supportive of my music. It was just once I started being honest about certain lifestyle things that applied to a worldly view.
Yeah.
It was just like, well, that's not who you are, and I'm like, no, it is. It's just not who you guys kind of anticipated us to be.
Yeah.
But they're very supportive now, my pops and my family, and they're excited to see me out here on the road doing all this stuff with music. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know, because for me, it took my mom and my dad a long time to understand what I do.
Right.
And my mom's the pastor.
Even understanding what it is, like how you're making a living or how you.
Man, it's like, wait, you're doing what? And I don't understand it, I don't get it, but you end up finding yourself, and it's all about your personal, journey and your growth, and you're finding yourself in music.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
So how has this journey been for you in music and discovering your sound and just who you are?
It's been amazing. I mean, it's a journey inward as much as it is an outward expression. At least if you're trying to be authentic with your art. So it's been a journey for sure. It's always been rooted in this R&B neo soul sound. For a while, my team had me doing a more pop style of things because, like you said, you call that the blue-eyed soul thing right away. They said, "Come on, we're trying to make some white boy money." What are you doing? Why are you over here doing boom bapping stuff? Put four on the floor and some synths in there, Joe.
Yeah.
So I did, and then I just played R&B chords instead, and we had a cool and they like a little bit of that rebellion. My team's awesome, so I had a project called Pop by Necessity because I was like, they're making me do this pop thing, so let's lean in. Yeah. And we did. It's a style called future bass.
Future bass.
Yeah, it's basically just like big fat synths, and some cool vocal harmonies and more soulful energy, but within like an EDM space. And that was kind of like the first project I put out with our team. And then it did pretty good for the no money and just belief in the music that we had going. But now I'm getting to lean into my roots a lot more, and that's a great space to be in.
I love that.
Doing stuff that sounds like you.
Yeah, sound like you, and you're discovering yourself. That's what I love. And you can, in discovery, blend, mix, find. You can always go back. You don't have to stay solid to one lane. You can venture. Yeah.
And I'm obsessed with music as a whole. The whole craft, the art of it is my favorite thing to do. So I'll definitely venture out at some point, but it's always going to come from that soul space.
Yeah, you definitely have some soul. What I tell you, I love one song in particular that I gotta mention for you guys: "Cheat Codes."
Yes.
Jesus Lord.
That's off Pop by Necessity.
That right there is a hit. Okay.
Thank you. I wrote that.
You did the hell out of that song. When I tell you, as soon as I heard it, I said, going into my dance playlist.
Let's go.
We're gonna dance to that.
That one got me kicked out the church.
Wait, what?
I was leading worship at a church when I dropped that. I'm not even gonna shout them out because they don't deserve it, but. I was leading worship at a church, and I put that song out. I was supposed to do South by Southwest in March of 2020, which I don't know if you remember March of 2020, but things changed fast.
Changes, yeah.
And so I obviously didn't get to do the South by Southwest show we were lined up for, but that song came out, and then the pastor, and that's a generous term for this man, called me that morning, that the morning the pandemic was announced, and fired me and my girlfriend at the time from the church for just, you can't put out music like this and be leading worship. I was like, I've been putting music like this for the last 3 years
you
I've been here.
serious?
Yep.
That bothers my soul.
But you've heard cheat codes, right?
I love it.
Okay, so now you remember the rap section?
Yeah.
Imagine a room full of old white people listening to those lyrics and just like, he's talking about all this sex and things. Like, it's funny, right?
It is.
It does make me smile to imagine that moment happening behind the scenes.
Yeah. It makes me, for me, it makes me so upset because.
That too. I was pissed for sure.
It's like, yo.
I'm laughing now.
You're doing good for laughing for it.
Yeah.
Well, do you have advice for artists that are R&B space, but they have that Christian background? They feel like they got to contradict one for the other, or?
Oof. I mean, God has space for your entirety, even when the church doesn't.
You know what? Tithes and offering be collected. Okay, guys, pay your tithes and offering.
I might not be in the building, but the book they showed me says where two or more are gathered, right?
Yeah, every time. Every time. I swear, artists always feel like they have to choose one or the other when it comes to getting to the R&B space, but having a spiritual journey. And you showcase that you don't have to do that. God's going to love you regardless. It's His talent that you're using to express.
Right.
So
they call it a gift for a reason.
It's a gift for a reason. And I love the fact that you don't allow that to hurt you or harm you. You allow it to just keep pushing you.
Well, it does. It still hurts. I mean, Christians are usually the loudest about their own for some reason.
Yeah.
And I guess I've just, because I grew up in a Christian household and that level of pressure was always there.
Yeah.
I got comfortable in that taboo. And so it's not taboo to me. It's just, I'm used to receiving that type of a response at this point.
I don't like that, man.
Me neither. Yeah, nobody should like it. This should actually bother any Christians listening, that this is the experience people who are closest to the church space have. But you ever seen The Dark Knight?
Yeah.
I was born in the darkness. You've merely adapted to it. I'm Bane out here. You can't get me. I'm fine.
And you're indestructible. You're amazing. I swear you.
We try our best. Yeah.
Listen, when I hear your music, I hear the soul. I hear the triumph. I hear love.
That's right.
That's what you emulate.
That's what's in it.
That's what's in it.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about the songwriting part. How did that get introduced to you?
So like I said, I'm a super nerd for this craft. I wanted to score films. Like I was writing orchestral pieces and choir pieces in high school, arranging for our choir and stuff. And I went to college for a year studying composition, and the level of nerd that it got to, I was just like, oh, there's nothing I'm gonna be able to do with this information except teach it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be a teacher. And I put a funk section in a string trio and got points marked down because the musicians couldn't read swing 16ths. I had to notate it apparently. So as soon as stuff like that was happening, I was just like, there's limits in what's supposed to be the freest form of my expression. And so I just started writing songs. I was always kind of, in that world a little bit. And then the freedom of what I could do in a DAW, like Logic or Ableton or Fruity Loops, whatever people are using, the freedom of that was just something that I was like, nah, this is what I want to be doing. The ability for people to connect to what I'm saying is way more accessible than my 12-part choral piece in Latin.
See, it's amazing to hear your knowledge, because you have artists nowadays that don't feel like it's important to have the music knowledge that they're supposed to have. And it's like, how do you get into a genre? One, how do you get into a genre not knowing the foundation? Then, of course, how do you get into music not knowing how to understand the business of it, understand the production side of it? You have to know all scales versus just what's on the mic. So this is refreshing, by the way. I'm really taken back the fact that you have all this musical knowledge and expertise, and everybody's just like, whoa, it's an impact. It's an impact.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the internet gave everybody access to everything.
Yeah.
I think, I can't remember the exact statistic now. It's too early in the morning, but there are some thousands of songs uploaded to Spotify and Apple Music every day through apps through distribution sites like DistroKid or CD Baby. You and I could go like this on our iPhone and put that on Spotify right now. So when the barrier to entry no longer, I mean, in a lot of ways, the gatekeepers being removed has benefited artists who are hungry and have access to, you don't have to know somebody. Yeah. You can pop off on TikTok, but also anybody can pop off on TikTok.
That's the fear.
And so that's kind of how we've gotten to where we are, is people are making making music and claiming it as art, but it's for a 15-second or a 30-second loop without any interest in a staying power.
So do you feel like it might be harder for artists like yourself that actually has the knowledge, the background, the talent, all of that to arise and get above all that?
Harder in that it's harder in that I haven't spent my whole life learning how to be trendy. I haven't spent my whole life. You're not in the practice room for 12 hours editing videos when you're learning how to play keys or guitar or
This is so
sing or
true.
produce. Those hours spent slumped at my computer trying to figure out how to make this sound right in Logic have no application if I can't figure out how to use CapCut and put it on TikTok.
Man, you said a word right there, because that's in every industry. The hours that spent for me to go to school, for me to be able to learn the practice, understand the skill
Public
set,
speaking.
public speaking, all of that, it takes time.
Hmm.
And now here you are coming out with a microphone for 2 seconds just to do a video, and
And
I
it'll do
digress.
less for me than the
Less
last
for
20
me.
years I've
Less
spent
for
working on this
me.
craft.
I swear, but you pushing and you're doing great.
Yeah.
You're headlining tonight with October London, Tamar Braxton. This Calling All Lovers tour.
Yes,
How are
ma'am.
you feeling about tonight?
Oh, I'm excited. I really wish I got to spend more time in Nashville because this is such a historic place for all types of reasons. And it's beautiful from just the little Uber drive I took here after waking up on that bus. Um, so far, it's been a cool place to wake up in, but I wish I was spending some more time here. So you guys got to come hang out with me at the show. That's the only way I get to spend time in Nashville is tonight on stage.
What you gonna bring for them? What can they expect from you?
Oh, I get a quick 15 at 8. Please don't be late. Do not be late. I repeat, if you want to see me, doors are 7, Joe's at 8, and I need you there on time because I get a tight set up top. This tour has been treating me amazing. They really have my back up there. They're making sure I sound good. But I'm playing the keys. I'm playing guitar. I'm flirting with your mama. I'm doing everything I
Flirting
can.
with your mama is crazy.
Yep.
Not flirting with your mama. Well,
Welcome to the show.
welcome to the show. Well, I know they're going to expect, of course, getting a soulful voice, but what about the songs? Are we getting your latest song, Discipline? Are we getting Over Under? What are we getting?
All of the
that.
above. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm without giving away too many surprises. I'm definitely doing the 2 singles that we had out last year, Over Under and Save Face. We put out like the A side, B side. One's the sexy, one's the begging and pleading R&B, and then Discipline dropped today.
Woo!
New music out right now. Go peep the visuals at Joe Leone Sings on all social media. That's Leone. Joe Leone Sings, and I'm so excited to be sharing all this stuff we've been cooking up for the last 6 months.
Okay, I'm excited to hear it. I checked out Discipline already, loved it, added to my playlist.
Let's go.
And all your music, every one of them, it's all different. It's all love, like I said before,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to be a vibe. So y'all got to come out tonight. Make sure you come and support not just October London, Tamar Braxton, but also
Ro James.
but also come out and support Joe. Joe is like green-eyed soul. My apologies, green-eyed soul.
No, I know what you were doing.
Yeah,
I know what you meant.
and he's good. I mean, your music it just encaps you. It just puts you in a whole trance, and you're like, I think I'm in love. So
Wow, that's awesome.
yeah, I love your music. So I'm looking forward to it. How do people be able to reach you, to connect with you, all of that? How can they be able to connect with you?
Yeah, I mean we're still on the come up, so it's me running my pages. I was editing a video in the car on the way here, trying to play that game,
Yeah.
and it's my social media, and the shows. The shows are where I connect the most. In person is usually where I thrive.
You do.
I'm real life. I don't love this screen time that we've all been accustomed to.
It bothers me to my core too. So I understand.
You're not even supposed to say that. It's like taboo to say I don't like social media,
It is
but I
taboo.
hate it.
It's because people get this false perspective of someone through social media and think that
Yes.
that's how they are. That's that person.
They also get a false perspective of what that person could even do in a room. How many of these TikTok artists get one show and then you don't see them the rest of the year because
That's
it's
true.
like
They can only hit a song for 5 seconds and they're done.
or 30,
Or
30
30.
seconds or a minute. And then even then, what entertainment doesn't end at the music on stage.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a connection with the room. It's talking to people. It's how does your body move while you're doing this stuff? We get a waist up shot of these people, and then they get the opportunity that a person like me who's spent my entire life on stage, it's not even close to the same experience. So it's an interesting. I'm really curious to see the how this pendulum swings, because right now we've had a lot of people that are huge on social media and have found a way to, soak up a lot of the money that's available for artistry
Mhm.
through these apps. And I don't know. I'm wondering if we ever end up getting back to the in-person concert experience. And then you have people like Ticketmaster and all these other
Yeah, that makes it worse too.
sites that have the prices so high it's rent to go see a show now.
I'm curious myself because a little part of me don't feel like we will. I don't feel like we'll get to the point
Oh,
where we
don't
get
say
back
that.
to. No, because it's
Breaks
not
my heart.
trying to be negative, but it's like to find the moments to connect, the intimate moments to connect with an artist or with someone that's, popular, to find those real person to connect with is going to be a space where you have to find, you have to search. But once you find it, you're going to live forever.
Well, the thing that I would want to encourage listeners back towards is you don't create memories with videos on social media.
You don't.
You create memories by showing up to a building that smells a type of way, that looks a type of way, is in a part of town maybe you haven't even visited in your own city because it's at a venue that's by some place you never have to go to because it's not on your work route. It's not your local bar. It's not your favorite, hang spot with your friends. And I don't know. I have so many memories of shows from like my growing up and just nights out with friends where we caught that live musician at a bar, and now they're one of our favorite playlists. Like you said, they're on your dance playlist, they're on your workout, your whatever. I would just encourage people to be more interested in creating a memory than a fast swipe and a like, because I don't know, they go as fast as they come if that's all you're looking for.
You're right. But do you feel like, now you're, like you said, you're launching now. This is your starting ground. Do you feel like you're creating the memories? Do you
Starting
feel like
ground, 10 years deep.
10 years deep, I mean,
I know exactly what you mean.
like this is that moment people are like, oh my gosh, let me get up.
Yeah. It's the biggest platform I've been given as far as stages go.
But are you seeing your memories being created now? Are you catching the memories, or are you
I am.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm real life. I'm always seeking that. I'm here for today, and because we don't know if we get tomorrow, and that is kind of how I operate. Is just in the gratitude and the joy of I woke up today and I get to go do all this stuff with my life. But I wish more of the populace, the consumer, had that view on how we consume art.
Are you getting some key advice from people like Tamar or October or even Eric Benet? Are you getting key advice from these amazing people that you work along?
Oh yeah, that's my unk. Eric is the best, man. Go check out Can't Wait with Carrie Hilson. That just dropped too. JBR Entertainment Group. That's my label. He's the president, and the woman who signed and developed him back in the day is named Allison Ball. That's my mom.
Oh wow, I love that.
Not my, I mean, spiritual mom.
Your mentor, yeah.
She used to be my manager. She's my CEO now. So the growth is awesome. It's people I've been with for over a decade, and now we have a label and access to push all the talent we've been developing and the team that we have supporting each other. It's like the Avengers. We're not big, but every single one of them got their own strength.
Oh my gosh. Well, listen, I know that people are going to be looking at you. They're going to be listening. And when I tell y'all again, all his music is tea. It's tea, baby. So go ahead and check him out tonight performing you said what time?
Doors are at 7. I'm on right at 8.
8 o'clock. 15 minutes, he said. He going to give y'all 15 of the best.
15, and I push it to 16 because the crew is nice to me.
So for about 16, you're going to get the best 16 minutes of your life from him. And be a fan, be a follower, love him. Okay, guys? Go ahead and check him out tonight with October London, Tamar Braxton, and Ro James. That is it. Joe Leone on 92Q.